Hey, what's up? What's up, y'all? What's going on? It's your boy, Crush the Legend, aka Yoda Wise Crush, man. I'm up here trying to get over the graveyard shift. It's 3:26 Eastern Standard Time, AM. Trying to get over this night shift, but hey, how's everybody doing? Hopefully, everybody had a great weekend. Hopefully, everybody got a good start to the week, and hopefully, the rest of your week will be okay. Well, let's talk about a couple things real quick. There's the big talks going on, so much going on in the sport of boxing, so much yap, this, that, and the other. We just had Devin Haney become the undisputed lightweight champion of the world in the 4 point era. Shout out to Devin Haney and his team for that. This young man, we can't say it enough. So we continue to pay homage to Devin Haney because what he's just done, and time telling you over and over and over again, people, 2022 is a historical year in the sport of boxing. Since the beginning of this year, there's been a lot going on. A lot of meaningful bouts has taken place, and that's good for us fans. So I think the fans, no matter if you was on the wrong end of the betting side, you still winning because we was able to get some fights take place that a lot of us wanted to see. Still a lot of meat out there, still a lot of food on the table for guys to get out there and prove themselves and to prove their worth. So it's still a lot more to come. Uh, what can I say? But the biggest talk is Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford finally getting their undisputed match thrown down. Um, it's been a lot of talks about October. I don't really want to say too much about that, but to put it out there, then if it's actually going to happen, then that's what's up. And we finally get to see the fight that we've been waiting for. This fight is being projected as the most anticipated fight and probably one of the biggest fights since a Mayweather and Pacquiao. Some people say Mayweather and McGregor, but whatever the case may be. But this is a fight that needs to go down. We need to get this undisputed case closed out and get to the final verdict. We've been waiting for years. We've seen a few men at 147 claiming that they wanted to be undisputed, become the undisputed reigning champion, be the best man at that division. A few of these guys, they fell short. They was just not better than some of the other guys. And then, like I said at the beginning of the stream, there's a lot of questions to be answered. So with that being said, we got to get this straightened out with Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. But forget that. That's not taking place yet. Um, Man, I want to talk about Devin Haney. I have spoken about Devin Haney's performance on other platforms. Now it's time for me to sit back dolo and let you guys know how I really feel, or how I feel and what I seen within the fight. I had a conversation with someone off the grid, not on social media, about the Devin Haney fight, and I got criticized for it because the person who I was having a conversation with about the fight, they took what I was saying wrong, and I didn't want them to take it the wrong way, but I was just saying, hey, he did a good job. I think he did a great job. I mean, he displayed the jab, and jab is one of the most important punches in boxing. The ingredient, it sets up everything perfectly for you. But I was explaining in the conversation when I was talking about the performance with Devin Haney and George Kambosos, that it was other things he could have done. And I wasn't coming down on him, but I'm like, damn, he doing his damn thing, but hey, he can do this, he can do that. I really wanted to see him stop this guy, but I realized once I rewatched the fight again, I realized that, just clearly that's boxing this dude head off for 12 straight rounds, probably hurt him more so than Dev actually really putting him in the dirt, like a lot of people wish for. And George Kambosos definitely deserved to really get his ass cracked. You understand what I'm saying? But that's not taking nothing away from Devin Haney because he did in his performance. He did an excellent job. It was a straight showmanship of boxing ability, ring IQ, and things like that. And he beat the man with one single punch. It's not the first time I've seen someone use the jab and actually control and beat someone with the jab. But Devin Haney did an excellent job with the jab. I became a little spoiled. I wanted him to double up on the jab and follow behind with an overhand right. But like I said, I can't take nothing away from him because he didn't do other things that he could have done, regardless if I felt as though it was different reasons behind it or other people reasons behind it. Some people felt as though Dev Haney didn't open up and do other things he could have clearly done just as easy as throwing a jab out there. But they feel as though the reason he didn't do those things because he had somewhat, some kind of respect for George Kambosos' skill set and power. If that was Dev's mindset, then cool. Then I would respect Dev because he's the one that got in the ring and fought Kambosos. But I beg to differ with that. He already knew what he was working with. But in the sport of boxing, anything can happen, and sometimes possibilities can be probable at some time. So I understand where Devin Haney was coming from with that in the mannerism and the way that he went about handling his one-sided victory against George Kambosos. And I was saying that it shouldn't be a rematch, and a lot of people was talking about it shouldn't be a rematch. That what was going to happen in this fight. So it really wasn't no surprise, but everyone wanted to see this guy really get his ass beat. And Devin Haney, like I said, jabalicious, baby. He was jabalicious. He couldn't do nothing wrong with the jab. So it's like, hey, when you got, it's just like a handyman. He goes to do a handyman job for someone, and come to find out he don't really need to use as many tools that he have in his toolbox. So he takes one or two tools that would get the job done, and he used those one or two tools perfectly. It don't even have to work on everything, use anything else. So, it was like, it's about working smarter and not harder. And that's what Devin Haney did this past Saturday/Sunday over in Australia. So I'm glad that it turned out to be the way that it did. I'm waiting for the numbers to come out. I haven't seen or heard anything about the numbers, but it won't be anything against Devin Haney because George Kambosos put on his big facade like he was really the man in his hometown or whatever the case may be. And that's not what it is. That guy's not big like that. And the people was upset because he put on a shitty show because he did not have anything that he could come back and answer with the jab. So a fighter can't be as good as you say that they are when it only takes one punch to beat them. So no, Devin Haney did get the belts, but he didn't get the belts from the best, and that's no disrespect to Devin Haney, but there's levels to this boxing shit. And we have to remind ourselves and people that there are levels to this boxing. And the moment you think, just because you're looking at something with your eyes, you just looking at it with a glance, you feel as though this is what it really is. But then when you look at it in detail, you pay attention to detail, and then finally when it goes down, it's totally different. This is what took place in this fight. And all this this facade with trying to put fighters on the same level as other fighters need to stop in the sport of boxing. It's not good for promotion, far as I'm concerned. Don't be big, don't be blowing up another fighter if he ain't really like that. And that's what people did with George Kambosos. And to me, that sound like when these type of fights happen and a big no name come up and it's not against the best skilled opponent, but they running a mouth, their advertisement is like they're one of the best. But it don't match up to it on fight night. And then people wind up looking funny. And I'm like, just because you attach their name to a person doesn't mean that they on the same level. There are levels to the sport of boxing. And we keep showing weekend by weekend that there are levels to this. And George Kambosos, for some reason, out of nowhere, had to get hyped up, I guess, to please the Devin Haney fans to make it a more interesting match. I don't know. But what I knew what was going to be interesting is how one-sided Devin Haney was going to handle George Kambosos. And George Kambosos knew this, but he had to put up a front. He wasn't supposed to be in the position that he got in. Devin wasn't supposed to get those belts from him, but you had T.O. Lopez. I'm gonna call him T.O. Yeah, T.O. Lopez. He got on some fuckboy shit, and that's what happens when you take things for granted. You're not staying on top of your craft. You're not handling your business and making sure when it's time to go show and prove that you come out on top. And these guys, they got to make sure that they work ethic is matching what they saying with their mouths, because we seeing time and time again that is not the case. That's what we starting to see, people. So that's really not the freaking case here. But what's next for Devin Haney? I say, hey, don't rush anything. Don't rush anything. I mean, the man just fought Saturday. This man just went through all his nonsense and ridicule and just totally unnecessary BS to get this fight, because the guy on the other end who was holding the belts knew that this young man that he referred to as a boy was going to take those belts from him. Now, I mean, so he already knew that his time was limited. He already knew. So that's a part of the reason why George Kambosos went into acting the way that he was acting, people, because he knew his time was up. When you know, and that's just it simply. And we all been in a situation like that when we know, damn, you know what? This ain't gonna work. I'm not gonna be as successful as I wanted to be at the. It happens sometimes. Whoopie do, get over it. Dust it off and go back in the lab and do what you gotta do to make it better. So the next time around you're more successful in handling your business. But this guy, he was like a kid, he was like a child in Toyland. Hey, just a free play and go play. It's unlimited. Do what you want. It was like that with him. So, all that I did it. I did that. I put in all his work to do that. The man didn't put in no work like that. You go look at his resume. Look at the steps that he took. So he ain't really put in no goddamn work. What did he actually do to get those belts? You see what I'm saying? He wound up getting a fight that he should have lost, that he probably shouldn't have got at the time. I don't know how Kambosos wound up fighting Teofimo. T-Ho. Now I mean, and I'm pretty sure y'all understand that also. So I'm like, we already know. So, hey, some good things are not meant to last. Some things is just for a hot second and for a moment. And this guy was too worried about, he was so caught up in a hype, and he couldn't even believe the moment that he was living in. He didn't know. This man never knew This man wasn't never sure if he was gonna wind up in the situation that he was just in. He didn't know. He didn't freaking know. He didn't even know he was gonna get the chance. Let's really think about it. He didn't know. But once he got the chance, no matter lack thereof from T-Hole, whatever, okay, then that's when he started acting like a diva. That's when you know that that's the type of attitude or characteristic of a person who never really had much. So soon when they get a hold of something, they go haywire. They thinking they the most important thing and the most meaningful thing in the world and blah, blah, and so forth. But if your skill set, your hard work, and your dedication don't add up to that, then it's going to be taken away from you. You're going to lose it. And that's what it is with this guy. And he's been biased. You know, after the fight, he went on talking about, well, I thought I want to fight, dude. Like, you really making yourself look more like of an asshole and less of a man than what you had already displayed. You know, he tried to put on his facade, but we read the body language. We seen the nerves trembling through the fucking skin every time this guy got in front of the camera and started talking. And he tried to overblow shit and all this about you know, he did that to promote the fight. And that's a bad way to promote the fight. Find a better way to promote the fight. Don't be coming up with all this nonsense and then make it seem like, oh, I didn't really mean it, because when he called Dev nigga and told him, hey, sell your jewelry and all that, he wasn't promoting. He meant that shit. He meant every single syllable and word. Yes, he did, people. He meant every single thing. Now, when it comes down to, when it gets closer to fight night and everything, oh, how I'm selling the fight. No, I don't give a damn. Yeah, but you said some other shit that's bad promote. But nonetheless, like I said, he got schooled. He got taken to school. You know, all this, who the hell he been sparring with and everything before then and early in his career. You know, those guys that he beat, and people really thinking his guys like that. Devin Haney would have beat all those same guys with the same one goddamn punch, I guarantee you. So, of course, there's no need for a rematch. Nobody didn't want to see it any freaking way. And like I said, I'm waiting for the numbers to come out. Not far as viewership on ESPN, because it was a free event. I'm pretty sure a lot of people watched that fight. I'm waiting for the numbers to come out about what was at the gate. I'm waiting for the numbers to come out, the gate numbers to come out. Because there's so many reasons you can say why you don't need a freaking rematch. One-sided victory, the guy didn't look compatible at all. And peak game, you know, since everybody been, you know, speaking a piece on the Cambosis and Devin Haney fight. Couple things I didn't hear people didn't speak on, but I'm gonna speak on it. Cambosis was doing some dirty stuff, and I'm pretty sure everyone was aware of that. He was doing some real dirty shit, right? But every time they did the locking and the clinching and shit, he was trying to hurt Dev's arm, yo. Multiple times, the way that he would lock his arms around Devon's arms, he was trying to injure Dev's arms. And I think what happened was, listen to me real quick and pay attention to what I'm saying. What I think happened, because remember, there was in times in the fight when Dev was dropping, not just one hand, but he would drop both hands. And it kind of looked like he was taunting him. Yes, I think there was taunting that because he knew he had it. You know what I mean? He looking in this dude's eyes and like, nigga, you sweet. I got you. But also because all those times that when he locked and Cambosis was actually tugging and squeezing on his arm, that's going to make your arm sore. You see what I'm saying? And that's another reason why it was a part of the reason that Dev probably was dropping his hands kind of low. And that's because, you know, somebody keep on pulling on your arms and trying to pull and tug it, you know, seconds after seconds, you know, every time, you know, do a fight 3 or 4 times and I'm fucking around. and and it's going on, it's gonna your arm's gonna start to feel sore. And that's what Cam Bose is doing. He was really trying to do a whole bunch of subliminal dirty shit. He was really trying to like slide that shit in to where hopefully nobody would catch it. But that's why sometimes it's good to watch shit from a screen, because sometimes we can see angles that the people that's right there at the fight can't see. And sometimes that's the advantage of watching, on a televised, through a televised program than actually watching it in person, unless you seeing it from, the big screens that's at the arena and stadiums that's showing the fight for the people who's not as close. So they still get a good vision of it, So that's why even at fights, I noticed that a lot of people, no matter how close they are, sometimes they would look up at the jumbotron and watch the fight, because they can get a better, closer vision and better angle of what's going on. But Cam Boses was definitely trying to damage Devin's arm. You see what I'm saying? His arms and shit like that. But great thing that the young man was in good condition, and he's serious about his craft, and he was able to pull off a victory, a one-sided victory, and come out unharmed, because we really weren't about if they was going to, put the smack down on Dev, not trusting the food and things like that. Didn't know what the judging system was going to be like and anything. And even though they gave Cambosis some rounds, but I don't think they gave Cambosis rounds to try to attempt to rob Devin Haney. They just knew it was just going to be some one-sided. And just to make it look good, it won't look so bad. It still look bad, so regardless of the situation. So, on top of that, there's no need for a rematch. So he might well just go ahead and Dev should just go on vacation and relax for a little bit. And like I was saying, everybody's talking about Dev and Tank already. And I'm like, come on, y'all. Like, let these guys relax for a minute. Let them relax, and then, okay, we still want to have fucking Lomo around. So y'all really rather see Tank and Dev go to war with each other right now, and then one of them fight Loma afterwards. Really, come on, man. The whole thing is to get everyone out the way, so at the end of the day, you sharing that with your fellow man. And that's what we keep talking about. We so anxious because we know that the best fighting the best is really, us black American fighters fighting other black American fighters. Let's just keep it real. All right? We know that's what it's about. And people can try to, you being prejudiced, you being racist. Okay, if that's the way you feel, that's the way you feel. That's not going to change the reality. It's not going to change the reality of what it is. People, it's simply that. And I'm not saying that, other ethnicities, some of those guys are not the best. I'm not saying that. But overall, when you do the math and you break it down, you already know what it's hitting for. So why even try to play games right now with that reality? Why try to play games? I'm not falling for it. So it's a waste of time. It's really a waste of time. Try to do something different. Try to come with something different with that. Because I'm really not trying to hear that. We already know when it comes to the best, fighting the best, it's us against us. We know that. So if that's the case, then let's not get each other out the way so much, or even as often, because you still got these other lingering things around. Guys that shouldn't even be in the talks when it comes to the best of fighting the best, unless they are other than the black American fighter. They possess the same sort of skill sets and talents and so forth. But, Cam Boses was not beating the best. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's not taking nothing away from Dev, but we already know what time it is. And we see what happened. So back to the drawing board for this dude. Hopefully I'll never see him fight again. The rematch shouldn't go down The rematch is not going to generate any money because I'm most likely they lost some money at the gate, people. And that's not going to be on Devin Haney's fault because this dude, he went in his way like Burger King, and he gave him the Burger King treatment. Whatever you say, Sire. Whatever you want, Massa. Whatever you say. So that's solely on him. So if the gate ain't like that, then we already know what time it is. But of course, people gonna flip the script and be like, oh no, it's Dev's fault. It's Dev's fault the reason why the gates was like that. Because Dev was really the man like that. He would have had people, he would have had a certain amount of celebrities and stuff fly over to Australia for the fight. Of course, they're gonna do that shit. No matter how many went over there, you know, everybody can't go. You understand what I'm saying? I'm serious, Lala. Hopefully we'll never see him fight again because, to be honest with you, he's nothing to the sport. What do Cambosos bring to the sport of boxing? He brings nothing, Lala. He brings nothing. I don't definitely want to see him again. See him against who? See him against who? Like, you know what? To be honest with you, he can fight Isaac Cruz and shit like that. Ryan Garcia. You know what I mean? I don't want to see this dude. He brings nothing to the fucking sport. Nothing. Any C class at best. I know some people going to disagree with me, but that's fine. That's okay. That's not going to change my opinion on this dude. He's C class at best. And we see his ass get boxed, get masterly, easily boxed with one hand. There's levels to this shit. What level is that guy on? Because nobody that's supposed to be on a level like that is supposed to get beat with one hand. It shouldn't be that easy. But it is. And that's the reality of it. So I don't want to see this dude fight again. Who he gonna fight? Who would you want to see him fight? He need to get in the back of the line. Because Ryan Garcia, his little punk ass ain't worth it nothing. He ain't cloud chasing. That nigga's scared. Let's get into that joker right now. That nigga's scared. And that's all he do is keep on coming out with this false advertisement nonsense. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that. We already know Ryan Garcia's the obituary fucking lying, cloud chasing ass motherfucker. He is. He is the Zen master. He's the yit man of that. Because he always out, yeah, we going to do this, we going to do that. Next thing you know, where's Ryan? And he's always my brother's keeper. Salute, bro. Yeah, take his racist ass somewhere else. I mean, but he definitely don't need no big ass fight. He need a tester. And right now, Ryan Garcia, Isaac Cruz, Rolly Romero, and George Kambosos is all on the same motherfucking goddamn level. That's how I feel, because they definitely ain't top tier. They not on the same level as Dev and as Tate and Shakur and other guys who possess those good skill sets and things like that and tangibles. They don't. They not the same. It's levels. Y'all gonna see every time. Everybody was over pumping Oscar Valdez. Y'all see what happened is levels to this. Ooh, that was the first time he fought a brother in his whole career, but nobody ain't talking about that, huh? So when Oscar Valdez fought a damn brother, the first time in his career, Shakur was the only brother he fought in his professional career that was worth anything, and see what happened. Same thing for Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia ain't never fought no brother. Come on, man. Talk to me, y'all. I'm back on Ryan Garcia. Now, his whole career, he ain't fought no black American fighters, and you can't include Tago because Tago is not American. All right? He's from Ghana. He's a true person of the continent of Africa. Not no false ass African American. I can't stand that fucking term. You know what I mean? I'd rather call you Black Americans because that's where you from. But you know what I'm saying? He ain't never fought no fucking goddamn brothers. He been ducking death and shit like that. Know what I mean? And the only reason why he ain't saying their name right now because he know he ain't get no parts of death. But he feels as though he can keep attacking himself to Tank because he know Tank most likely gonna get pissed off at this dude. But just like Tank said, are y'all crazy? And then Oscar De La Hoya gonna come out and say, oh yeah, guys, I'm really trying to make the fight with Tank Davis. I went to give him a big payday, but I want my fighter Ryan Garcia to get a fair deal in this situation, a fair shake, and I think it should be a 50-50 fight. Oscar Golden flipping fucking goddamn ass fucking cheeks on a spatula. He tripping. Oscar is out of his damn mind. He talking about 50-50 split for Ryan Garcia. So he thinks Ryan Garcia is supposed to get a 50-50 split with Cash Cow #1 on his first pay-per-view debut. Get on out of here. He ain't worthy of that. He need to go prove him before Ryan even think about looking forward towards a Tank Davis or Devin Haney. Ryan Garcia needs to sit his ass right there, either look to his left or look to his right, either fight Isaac Cruz, fight Cam Boso, fight Rolly, because all you motherfuckers is on the same level. Look behind you, and you got that next little generation of cats that's right there. The only difference between those cats right behind Ryan is Ryan got a head start on fights. And I'm talking about these other young guys. I'm talking about Keyshawn Davis, talking about goddamn Frank Martin, El Rayo, all these newer guys. That's who Ryan, Rolly, Cam Boses, and Isaac Cruz, that's who the fuck they need to be fighting because they haven't did enough to fight the big purse fights. Now I get it. Okay, Isaac Cruz, you only got there because the Rolly fight was postponed, was put on hold at the fucking time. But then he want to try to get away from the Ryan Garcia fight and say, hey, I think I'm going to go a different direction. I'm going to try to get a rematch with fucking Tank Davis. Yo. And this is some of y'all fans' fault. Some of you fans, it's y'all fault that Isaac Cruz feel as though he should go pursue a rematch with Tank Davis. Is y'all fault because a lot of y'all talking about, oh man, you know, I think Isaac Cruz beat Tank. I think Isaac Cruz beat Tank. You only think Isaac Cruz beat Tank because he survived getting knocked the fuck out. So y'all mean to tell me, because this is what they say about Tank Davis. I've been listening, even when it comes to the upper echelon guys that's on Tank level. They say Tank would not win a fight by outboxing somebody because he simply can't outbox anybody. It's his power. So they overlook his boxing ability and all that. Y'all better start going back and doing some research. You see what I'm saying? Because this guy's more than just power. He got the ability to outbox and outscore and beat anybody. But hey, guys ain't standing up long enough for it to go to the fucking cards. That don't mean he's necessarily gonna fucking lose. Stop saying that he get off the slow starts and this, that, and other. Know the difference. Know the difference. Know the damn difference. You see what I'm saying? And stop it. Y'all really don't know. Y'all quick to say, oh, he's losing rounds. And then most of the time, the reason why y'all saying he's losing rounds because y'all going by what the motherfucker, the unofficial scorecard, the guy is saying, oh, he's getting off to a slow start. That's why when you watch a fight, you turn the goddamn volume down. Just watch. You're going to listen to the people that's going to be unbiased. Oh, he's losing. That's because, oh, he's not doing enough activity, this, that, and the other. Know the difference from when somebody's actually losing and somebody's actually paying attention and collecting data. Know the difference because you really don't. You see what I'm saying? So he's a full of shit. So only thing this guy's really trying to do, Ryan is trying to cash the fuck out without putting in the work. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? So he only said Tank because he think Tank gonna lose his cool, but Tank ain't stupid. Fuck you, you don't deserve that. So all dudes need to be fighting each other because they not ready to go to the next level. So he's out Cruz. He feels as though that he there because he got to fight with Tank. So he feels as though that I'm here now. Okay, well, if your star is born, then you don't need Tank. You don't need to run it back with Tank again because nobody don't want to see you run it back with Tank again. And Tank beat you with one fucking goddamn arm. But everybody criticize fucking Tank. I think Tank lost to Izak Cruz because Tank didn't knock Izak Cruz out. But y'all talking like Izak Cruz outlanded Tank Davis and all that, and he didn't. So where y'all coming from with this, man? Where y'all coming from with this nonsense? Get the hell up and out of here with that bull crapper, baby. Come on, y'all. Come on. He didn't even outland him. But y'all, some of y'all give one man credit for beating somebody with one arm, but y'all shitting on another man. Some of y'all criticize another man who just beat an opponent with one arm. But I get it because y'all like Dev a little more than y'all like Tank. And I get it. They should rumble, just not right now. Why the fuck should they rumble? We got Teofimo still around. Get him up out of the way. Get all these little cream fillers, these in-betweens out the way, is what I'm saying in short term. Get all them cream fillers out the way. Guys, they ain't even supposed to be there. That don't really deserve the big purse biz. No, get them out the freaking way. Get them out the way. So let them go ahead, at this break, let them chill for the month or two. Then handle his business with Lomachenko. And then I don't want to hear nobody come on talking about, well, the reason why Dev beat Loma because Loma's old. Well, guess what? Loma came in the game old because he wanted to be the motherfucking bully in the Olympics, beating up on little boys. Huh? So he came in the game old, so that's on him. He should have did the Olympics once and then came and got that smoke. But he did it again. Because Loma, the reason why he did 2 terms in the Olympics before actually turning pro people, because he was ducking some fucking smoke. He was ducking some smoke. No one can tell me anything different. And I'm not saying that I'm correct, but this is how I feel. We want to talk about people ducking. We can call that the biggest duck in the world because Loma waited. He did 2 damn terms in the Olympics. 2 terms in the Olympics before deciding to come out and actually go on pro. That's a duck move. Yeah, exactly. It's the biggest duck move. He avoided a whole bunch of shit because if he would have turned professional after the first time he went through the Olympics, he would have had to run into some guys. You know what I mean? So then, come on, man. I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of the foolery, man. Yes, my brother's keeper. Yes, my brother's keeper. That is so factual, bro. Factual, my man. So hopefully y'all follow me where I'm just basically saying where certain few fighters stand at. And hopefully you guys agree with me. Or if not, you can see my point. And maybe you'll agree with later because we keep saying there's levels. If it's levels to this shit, stop putting people on levels that they shouldn't be until they show that they improved and upgraded to the next level up, not the next level going downward. Stop doing it. It's not good for the sport of boxing. And then you wind up being mad. Oh man, you see this fight? Oh man, this motherfucker wasn't shit. This is what happens. Yes, we the fans, we got to be accountable for some of the fucked up shit that go on in boxing. Yes, us the fans. Cause we be pushing some bullshit, and then when the bullshit get into fruition, then we acting like we wasn't with it. But we the same ones that pushed that bullshit into fruition. Now we act like we had nothing to do with it. Make up your mind. Stay consistent. Stay consistent, man. You know what I mean? So forget all that. So those group of guys, they in the way right now. They in their own way. And the guys in front of them shouldn't even be worrying about those guys until those guys actually do something worthy enough for them to get there. Until then, those guys in the middle, they need to be humble because they think they are the now, and they not. They think they are the now, and they think they too good for what's behind them when they actually not. Because most likely, you're going to have to prove yourselves against what's behind y'all. Because y'all been bullshit. So now y'all can't escape. So what y'all going to do? So it's tougher now. It's tough in the sport of boxing. The sport is becoming younger and younger. As you can see, it ain't, the older guys, they going to start getting out the way. Look at it when we talk about the guys right now. Next 2 or 3 years, some of these guys that we talking about going to be retired. Bud going to be retired in the next 3 years. Arrow might be done in another 3 years. So we got guys that's going to be done in the next 3 years. You see what I'm saying? The older guys is in the early and mid-30s. You see what I'm saying? So it ain't going to be too many old-ass journeymen around for young guys to take advantage of and beat up on and think they supposed to get OG stripes for it. No. It ain't going to be too much of that. Now the plot thickens. And let's see what you really made of. Because all these guys, these young guys, and I'm just talking about the guys in the middle. You know what I'm saying? They've been talking that shit, but now you're going to even have to show who you are, and it's going to be even rougher for it. You see what I'm saying? Because there's nothing that I can see to where why I should think that Ryan Garcia is so much equally skilled to Dev and or he's so much more skilled than the next class of guys under him. He's simply not. So where should these guys prove their worth at? With the guys right under him who was trying to leap over them to get their attention fights. And keep showing you, hey, you good, but you can't be calling out a Dev or a Tank just yet. Right? You good, but right now, what you working with won't be good enough. You're going to need to be seasoned a little more and things like that. But what you can do is get the guys that was left behind that was supposed to be on that same express train with them. And that's where it got to be. That's what these promoters, these matchmakers, that's what they should be doing. That's how it should be set up. I think it would be more healthy for the sport of boxing if it's done that way. Stop letting guys get easy passes. Get in where you fit in. That's a motto that is known all over the world. Get in where you fit in. Not just where you can sit in. Get in where you fit in. You can sit anywhere. It don't mean the seat gonna be comfortable, right? You can sit your ass down anywhere. It doesn't mean that that it's gonna be comfortability there, right? So those guys need to get in where they fit in. Put these dudes where the hell they supposed to be until they prove otherwise. And still, on top of that, we'll still get on and criticize a Dev, a Tank, and Shakur. Because motherfuckers, y'all, nothing can please y'all. Yeah, but see, and that's because they've been sinking, bro. You know what I mean? They've been sinking. let's be honest. You know, these promoters, they ain't got much that to stand on. They don't. Let's just look at all of them right now. You know what I'm saying? They don't have much to stand on. Who does Oscar have right now? Who the hell? Who do he have right now? I mean, he got a couple other guys, but they ain't making noise. Let's see when Virgil Ortiz return. Let's see what goes down then. Let's see what he does. But Oscar don't have much, so now he gotta create this because he don't have anything. And Ryan, you just can't leapfrog Ryan into this shit because y'all the reason why Ryan should be at the restart. And then y'all come out with this nonsense, knowing that 50-50 ain't gonna work. So it was clout chasing on both of their behalf, on Ryan Garcia and Oscar De La Hoya. So Oscar gotta keep running his mouth and put something out there until he actually finds something that's gonna work. But it ain't gonna be Ryan. Better go find somebody else. That's what he need to do. Need to go find somebody else because it's definitely not working for him. What's up, DS? What's going on? You know what I mean? So it's really not working for him. So with the promotional companies, you know, a lot of them don't really have much to stand on when it comes to big money products. They don't. You know what I mean? And then when you got guys that's doing their own thing, you know, they promote their own brand, so they become more of a partnership than actually being up under someone else's banner. You know what I mean? So what are these guys supposed to do? What are they supposed to do? The right fucking thing? And that's why us as fans and as studies of the sports and content creators, we really control and really have a lot of effect on what's going to happen. So once we realize that and stop chuckling and jiving with the bullshit and being caught up in the moment and giving people credit that they shouldn't get, they don't well deserve, the day's going to be a little funny. Y'all feel where I'm coming from, but yeah. So that's how I feel. So yeah, but Oscar is tripping. He's tripping with that. He's tripping. So those guys got to do something. All right. And still, I'm waiting to hear again since we heard about the return of Deontay Wilder. We haven't really heard anything else recently. So I'm waiting for the next intel to come out about that. So we can see the Browns bomber, the true face of boxing, come back into the sport, put a spark under the heavyweight division because it's actually not really much going on there. But I think it's with some fights this weekend. It's supposed to be some heavyweights fighting. We'll find out and see what's going on with these guys that's fighting this weekend. You know what I mean? But what is next? What y'all want to see next? We already know we in half of the year. Okay, so the first 2 quarters of the year is in effect, and then we'll be going into the last 2 quarters of the year after the summer is out. So we waiting for the official announcement of the undisputed between Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. What else we got coming up? We got to see what's going to happen at 168. See what's going on there. We got Clarissa Shields and Savannah Marshall. I think they're scheduled to go in September. So it's a few other good matches. Hopefully, that the last 2 quarters of this year will be filled with a lot of unification bouts, and well, we already know we got Undisputed coming up in October. Hopefully, we can get maybe 3 more Undisputed matches in the last quarter. So like I just said, we already know. Now we know that we got Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. That's in October. Cool Boy Steph and MJ, they can get it in probably in November, and hopefully we can get like a big unification or undisputed match in December, 430 pounds. So hopefully we get that. Shakur Stevenson is there to be great. He's one of the three hard-rated, three young kings. You see what I'm saying? He wants to clear up 130 and get undisputed at 130 pounds. Hopefully Bob does his just due and put that to work for Shakur Stevenson and MJ to go ahead and get it in for undisputed at junior lightweight. So yeah, this is a good year. It's a good year. So it's definitely a little bit more now that can be put together. So of course we gonna get a couple, what I call cream filled fights. And what I mean by that is fights that fill in spots when it's not real big fights going on. It's probably just some okay fights that's happening. So good year. It been a hell of a year. I think 2022 is the year that they paying us back and forth. And it's a lot to look forward to, and it's a lot to expect. You said, Crush, you think Wilder needs a tune up or put him right in the fire? Um, my personal opinion, um, I think he might need to. I think he might need to because it been a minute. But if the champ feel as though he don't need one, then let's go. But because yeah, I think he might need a tune up. I don't expect everybody to come out and be like, I don't need tune ups. I don't need a whole bunch of other fighters try to, compete against Errol Spence with that. Hey, if your body and everything is telling you you don't need no tune up, then cool. But if you feel as though you need a tune up, go get a tune up because a lot of these guys need a few tune ups. Ryan Garcia need about 3 tune ups. Isaac Cruz, same amount. All those monkey in the middle cats, they need a few tune ups. They really do before they go in there and do their thing. And Cam Boso, that motherfucker needed about 5 tune ups. Huh? You want to tell y'all levels to this shit. Feed Usyk touring Lala D. I mean, why not? I mean, Usyk handle business in the rematch. Let's go. I mean, I heard out of Wildland, came out and said he welcome back Deontay Wilder to the heavyweight division. I don't see anything wrong with that. Out of Wildland, he gonna come to fight, and I thought he beat Tyson Fury when they fought. Now I mean, so Adam Wallen is a good comeback match. I don't see anything wrong with it, but the Browns bomber feel as though he could take something a little more, then that's what's up. But I think he'd be A-OK. I think he will be A-OK, y'all. Oh, you just speaking of my la D talking about that's not nice. We talk sports, what's up, bro? Yes, I wanted to talk about a few things because I don't put the shit out as much. I like the days I space it out my content. I know I should be putting out more and more, but I like doing it the way that I do it. You see what I'm saying? So hopefully I tighten up on that a little more too. But yeah, so we definitely can close this year out of 2022. But like I said, we gotta add these filling fights and things like that. Now, one 160, 160 pounds. with Mar Charlo there and everything. That thing needed a little spark down there too. At 160 to see to get some things going on, but um, just imagine probably in another year from now, um, there'd be a few faces changing in the weight classes, with guys moving up. How long is Maul going to stay at 60 before he go up to move up to 68? Before Mel handle his business once or twice with their undisputed at 54 and move up to 60. We already know that Danny Garcia and Jose Benny Jr. is going to face off. Yeah. And you know what? In July, their first debut at 154 pounds. So it's definitely a lot of shit. Definitely a lot of shit. Yeah, but they had to postpone the fight, my brother's keeper, because he suffered like a back injury or something that I heard. So they postponed it. So they probably be pushing the date back, probably like a month or something like that. I'm not too sure, but most likely that's probably the case. But hopefully he won't be out too long. But yo, Spencer Tracy, what's up, bro? That's my guy, Spencer Tracy. But if y'all seen Southern T yesterday, early Wednesday, he did a quick brief, a quick live. You know, he like to do those quick lives about no more than 10 minutes, cool shits. And he was saying that Charlo said in boxing scene that he wants parts of David Benavidez. And we know what David said after the David Lemieux match, that he want all the bitches, he want all the smoke, and nobody don't want to see him. But since that happened, Case Savoy, damn it, man, what's happening? But since then, since David Benavidez came out and said that none of them bitches don't want him, he want everybody. Well, we have David Morrell, newest guy into this sport with just 7 professional fights, already have a regular belt in one of the sanctioned bodies. A lot of those fullers, though, it's too soon for him to get in there or whatever like that. But hey, nobody, listen, it's going to be like that. We're going to get some of these short fights taking place. Yo, you good, man. Oh, you ain't really missed nothing, bro. I'm just in my first hour, you know what I mean? So I'll probably be on for another half an hour. So I'm just trying to get my time up. I'm just paying my time. You know what I mean? But yeah, getting back to that situation, who knows? But hey, if he say he ready, he ready. And Charlo came out and Southern T said you can find the interview that Maul did with boxing scene. He's saying, all right, Dave, let's get it. You see what I'm saying? So that's a good thing. And right now, that's where my focus is at, because since David Benavidez has came out and said that, now I want to know if that's going to be the case, that he actually go ahead and fight one of these young brothers, because they both came out and said, ain't nobody scared of your ass. We want all smoke. You understand what I'm saying? So hopefully we will do it. Hey, people, I'm not going to say that that Morrell is not. Oh, shit. Well, I don't know about that anyway. I'm looking at something. I don't know what the fuck is going on with that. But yeah, but since let's get it. Let's get it. Hopefully, let's see what David Benavidez says, because I haven't heard if he responded to anything since Charlo came out and said, yeah, we can get it on. And of course, Dave Morrell said, let's go. You talking all this crazy nonsense. Let's get it in. So let's try to figure that out, and that's going to be real cool. So hopefully we hear something in the next couple weeks about that. I say, hey man, if David Morrell feels though that he's ready for the fucking smoke, I mean, to be honest with y'all, we're gonna have to get some of these newer guys in at some of these fights a little sooner because it's not really nothing in between that's holding this shit back. We still got Boo Boo Andre out there. So it's a lot of shit to be answering. For me right now, I think David Benavidez has put a lot of pressure on him, and I know where everybody else is at right now. But right now, to be honest with y'all, with all these clout chases and all that shit out here, I ain't even worried about that. I want to see what David Benavidez is going to do. I like him, but he came out and he talked that shit. Now I want to see which one you want to fight because both of these men saying they want to fight you. They don't have a problem fighting. We've been wanting to see you fight Charlo. Morrell come and say, let's get it. So like I said, if the man wants to smoke, then smoke he should receive. All this, he did enough. That only applies to some dudes when you know they ain't really put in enough work. But when you got a guy that just come in the sport and he willing to fight and take everything that you put in front of him, then I think he should get a chance over the guys who've been here and has more fights, but they've been chucking and jobbing about getting there because they fighting half-ass, subpar, motherfucking manners and things like that. I can't say that's the case with David Morrell. So he says the goods like that, and he's saying with just a half a dozen, a little over half a dozen professional fights, he can dethrone David Benavidez. Let's see it. Let's fucking see it. I mean, because if David Morrell shouldn't fight David Benavidez yet, then who at 168 should he fight? Who's at 168 that would be an interesting match for David Morrell? Who at 168? If David Morrell is not ready for the best of the best at 168, who would be a good matchup if they're not the best of the best? You see what I'm saying? Who would be a good match for him? Because, like I said, you can't keep crying wolf when guys is beating guys that's not so good and things like that, and be complaining. You know what I mean? So, gotta match these guys right. But who would be a good match for David Morrell if it's not David Benavidez? Who would it be? Who should it be? Who can it be? Plant maybe? I like that case of Void. Anybody else y'all think that's too early? Matter of fact, case of Void, damn it, man. Damn it, man. You know what? That's what I'm going to start promoting, bro, because I like that. Hey, we talk sports. I seen him, but I really gotta watch a couple more fights because I only seen him fight once. So I need to watch him these couple more times. I need to watch like 2 more fights. But from what I've seen, hey, that'll be a good one too. I mean, that makes sense. We talk sports. If people want to go off the seniority type of thing, then I think that this is a good way to go. So Dave Morrell has a lot of options where he can prove himself. Now it's just about the guys that he want to prove himself against, gives him the opportunity. But around Richards, I gotta check him out again. I'm gonna check him out again. Yeah, I know you're IBO champion, so maybe they should do that. Maybe they should set up LaRon Richardson and LaRon Richards versus David Morrell. Or you can throw David Morrell in, like Case of Voice said. You can throw David Morrell in there with Caleb Plant. I think that'd be a nice fight right there. That'd be a nice ass fight. because we see the intangibles and things like that in David Morrell, so he has a good upside so far. And then with Caleb Plant, we know Sweet Hands can box, things like that. He needs a nice little fight, since since the Canelo defeat. So I think this would be a good way to keep your resume good, because I don't think that he fell too too far off the stop. Anthony Durrell, Chris Eubanks Jr. That motherfucker, I don't like him, yo. I don't like Chris Eubanks Jr. I don't like it. He look like he's trying to be the next Roy Jones. And Roy Jones was morally, athletically ungodly gifted more so than skill. But man, nah. Chris Eubanks, Anthony Durrell. I thought Durrell was supposed to be retiring soon. But Chris Eubanks, that's a good one, Case Savoy. Yeah, I like Plant versus Morrell. I think it would be a test for Morrell if you fight Caleb Plant. It would be a test for Morrell fighting Caleb Plant. The test that I would see in that fight is Morrell's boxing IQ, because Sweet Hands is a thinker, he's a tactician. Sweet Hands can do everything except for a punch. Good movement, things like that. Good with his counter punching. But yeah, that's something to see. That is something to see. God damn, it's a damn flood out this bitch, y'all. This rain is coming down all crazy. Zach Parker, I forgot about Zach Parker. So yeah, it's a few of them. It's a few shits in between that could take place, But do y'all think David Morrell is over his head for actually going around guys that he should be fighting more so than like, how y'all feel about that? Yeah, Casey boy, he's a motherfucker right here, man. Shit. Yeah, Eubank is at 160. Yeah, I see what he was calling out Kyler Bennett and Kel. But nigga, they at 147. So was they going to try to move up at a catch weight? Because if this guy 160, he want to fight guys at 147. What do you think about going down to 147? I don't know. Ah, damn it, slam it. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but that's the rain, goddamn. Can y'all hear that shit? Yeah. That is true. That is true. God damn. Yeah, because sometimes fighters can get over their head, to be honest with y'all. They can get over their head sometimes. Some of them, they really do. Hey, we see some of these guys that's over their heads now, you know? God damn, man. Yeah, guys definitely get in over their head. And the trainers be knowing sometimes when the fighters, what about AB returning and can he get back to where he once was? That's that I always, and I will continue to always give AB a chance. AB always have a chance to me. But we already know what determines AB is if he gonna throw his hands or not. You know what I mean? So I mean he definitely got the skill and the talent to do it, but does he have the will and the heart to do it? Got the skill and the talent, but does he have the will and the heart? That's my biggest question with Adrian Broner. But you know, a game Broner, a focused Broner, I can see him come back and making some noise. But can he get back to the problem with Adrian Broner? I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that, man. I'm not sure. Now this goddamn lighting out this bitch and I'm surrounded by all these motherfucking lights, goddamn. Well, I got my shit turned off for my damn booth. Yeah, I like the call outs too, man. Yeah, like I said, you know, if he calling for smoke, hey, let that man get that smoke. Morale, hey man, he probably can go up to shit. He probably can go up to heavyweight, man. I mean, light heavyweight. He probably can get up to light heavyweight. You know, he probably can get up to light heavyweight. But right now he has 68. Probably light heavyweight at the most. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say light heavyweight. Definitely light heavyweight. Whoa! God damn, this rain coming down like a motherfucker, man. God damn. And like where I'm at, y'all, like where my site is at, like I said, I'm in a big lot, so certain parts of the lot and the part of the city that I'm in, it gets fucking flooded. So it's gonna be nasty. I don't think I got. Did I bring my rain? No, I didn't bring no rain boots with me, and I don't think I left any here. Shit. Yeah. I heard that case of boy. He said, he ain't gonna let him fight him right now. You know what I mean? But give him somebody else. You know, give him a lighter touch. Give him a lighter touch. Yes, indeed. Just say, yeah. But how you think this fight between Danny Garcia? How y'all feel this Danny Garcia and Jose Benavidez Jr. fight gonna play out between him and between these two guys at 154 pounds? I think Danny gonna chop him down though. I think Danny gonna chop him down. Yeah, I think Danny gonna chop him down. Definitely that. Yeah. I like Danny beating 817. What's happening, homie? How you feel, bro, man? Shit. I got driving all this bullshit ass rain in another hour and 15 minutes. Shit. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, Garcia going. I wouldn't. Hey, you know what, y'all? I wouldn't be shocked if Danny Garcia get a technical stoppage against Jose Benavidez Jr. I wouldn't be surprised. Right, 817. Right. 817. What big fight you see Danny possibly making at 154? Cause I'm thinking he beats Jose. Who Danny get next at 154? If he get past Jose Benavidez Jr., who should he fight next? It's the question. Let's see. Think he'll get a stoppage? Yeah. I'm thinking that too, Casey boy. I'm thinking that too. Yeah, Danny definitely the better boxer out of him and Jose Benavidez. I mean, Danny gets a lot of slack from people, but we know Danny's a good fighter, man. Probably one of the most durable guys you've seen in the sport. Never seen him stop. Never seen him get knocked down. Might have seen him get his little hands. Might have seen him get his face touched up. Know what I mean? But other than that, nah, you never seen him in a situation like that. So he definitely good to go. Yeah, he definitely good to go. The guy that Jamel just beat, you talking about Castaño? You saying Castaño against Danny Garcia next after Danny get past Jose Benavidez Jr.? Yeah, you know what, Case of Boy? What's next for Castaño? What's next for Castaño after losing to Mel Charlo? That's a hell of a question. That's a hell of a question. That's the type of questions that should be answered. Hopefully, I'll be able to answer them motherfuckers for you. Terrell Gausha, Charles Conwell, Brandon Adams. Yeah, they'll all be good joints. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hell to the yeah. There's some good names. So he got a couple nice little fights he can get. I think out of Gausha, Conwell, and Brandon Adams, I think probably Conwell and Brandon Adams for me. I think Gausha might be done. Gausha might be damn good. We talk sports, so I like to see him against Conway or Brandon Adams. Hopefully, it's guys that's coming off that got a good upside, coming off a couple good wins. Now I mean him, going against guys that just got beat, stuff like that. No. Castano was a champion. Yeah. He was. He was, Case of Boy. Castano was a champion, people. Yes, he was. So he still got some good fights left in him. So yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice, but because he came off a loss, I wouldn't want to fight him right now. But I want to make sure that David Morrell is fighting guys that's coming off wins. You know what I'm saying? You got to be out here doing a cool boy step, fighting guys that's coming off wins. Wins. Good. That's how I feel. Well, Mel gonna defend it once against Tim Doo Zoo. All right, and he gonna whoop his ass. Then probably once Mel defend his undisputed once, then he'll probably move up. You agree? Yeah. Yeah, I agree too, Case of Boy. I mean, whoop on Tim Zoo ass, then go up to 160. I mean, ain't gotta do nothing else. Yup, facts. Damn it, man. Man, this rain is a motherfucker right now. See, Mel depends on what Mel does, because Mal doesn't have you fight. And talking about 168, they can both move up. And Castano versus Costa Zoo. Tim Zoo. Wow. Okay. I like that. I like that. Ah, damn. Yeah, I'd definitely like to see that. There's a couple fighters that need to be in the mix a little more often. Need to see more Money Pal. Hopefully he gets another fight sometime this year, because he fought back in February. I don't even know that guy that he fought. But we need to see some more Money Pal, a little more Truck Simpson. So it's a few guys that I have on my radar and on my watch. You know what I mean? God damn it. These motherfuckers fucking up right here. Yeah, the rain is falling, man. Yeah, it's really nothing solid on that case of Void. That's why I've really been holding off with speaking on that subject with Bud and EJ because we really don't fucking know. So we'll see, man. We'll see. Damn, it's pouring water in your man cave, man. Shit. That ain't cool, man. I'm getting out this motherfucker in the next hour, baby. Shit, I'm ready to go now. Shit. Oh, well, damn. Fuck yeah, man. This shit is nasty, bro. I wouldn't show y'all how the water and shit coming down, but I got my phone on the charger while I'm talking to you guys and shit, man. It's horrible. Wow. Damn, that's dope. Says sheetrock starting to fall. You got 4 buckets of water, catching water. God damn it, man. Hell yeah, you got some work here to yeah. I'm ready to send one of these motherfuckers out there to help you, man. Hell yeah, man. Shit. Yeah, but I want to see some more money. Powell, Truck Simpson, like there's other guys to look into. Newer guys. I know one of the new guys that I'm highly on. Shushu Carrington. He's fighting June the 18th or something. Matter of fact, I gotta look at the fights for this weekend, the matchup for this weekend again. Remember, T was running them down earlier, but look at this fucking shit. No, they even got the people coming in right now. This shit flooded like a motherfucker. Man, my feet gonna get wet before I even get to the vehicle. What the fuck? Son of a bitch. Ah, yes. Yeah, it's definitely fucked up, man. It's definitely fucked up. So, yeah. But what we gonna do? We got a couple of heavyweights fighting this weekend, right? Trevor Bryan fight this weekend, right? Yeah, I think he does. But look, man, hey y'all, check this out, man. I'm about to end this joint. I'm at 129. This shit killing my battery. So I'm gonna shut this after dark in between midnight shit down for right now. Yeah, I'm getting flooded up here. I mean, it's not flooding inside where I'm at, but I gotta leave out in the next hour and this shit is crazy. A lot of thunder and lightning. So I'm gonna go ahead, close this live down. I appreciate you fellas coming through. I really appreciate it. Listen, man, the Cash App is in the description, just in case you like to donate. Also follow on my Instagram and also follow me on Twitter at the Ghost of Crush. Yo, It's your boy, Crush the Legend, aka Yoda Wise Crush. Sending a big shout out to TWT. Shout out to my brother DS, Case Avoid, my brother's keeper. We Talk Sports, 817. I think the Miss Monica came through for a second. Shout out to everybody that came through and checked out your bro in his late night lives. I will be getting back at you guys in a couple of hours. Probably I throw something in between right after the Just Do Morning joint, but I will be throwing something down later today, try to catch some guys. But listen, y'all stay blessed. If it's raining where you at, man, stay dry, stay out the way. Stay sucker free, zone free. And I'll talk to my beautiful family in a few hours. Once again, it's Crush the Legend, a.k.a. Yoda Wise Crush, saying I'm zoning out until we zoning again. Zone right or don't zone at all. Peace.